Lily was a quiet girl who liked sitting in the back row of her classroom. Every morning she placed her backpack under her chair, sharpened her pencil, and looked at the empty desk beside her. No one ever sat there. It had been empty since the first day of school. Why doesn't anyone use that desk? She once asked her teacher, Mrs. Green. Mrs. Green smiled kindly, but a little too quickly. "Oh, that one. It's just a spare, dear." But Lily didn't think so. Sometimes, when everyone else was writing, she swore she could hear the sound of another pencil scratching the paper beside her, even though no one was there. One rainy morning, Lily came into class early. The lights were still off and the windows were fogged from the cold. She walked to her seat and froze. On the empty desk was a notebook. It wasn't there yesterday. It was old, its cover faded and corners curled. The name written on the front was impossible to read, just smudged ink and a few faint letters. Lily sat down slowly, eyes fixed on it. Maybe someone had left it by mistake? She reached out and opened the notebook. The very first page had her name written neatly at the top, Lily. But it wasn't her handwriting. The letters were beautiful, but strange, tall, thin, and looped in an old-fashioned way. And the ink was still wet. Her heart started to beat fast. She looked around. The room was empty. Crip. A drop of ink slid down the page like a tear. At that moment, the classroom door creaked open. "Lily?" Mrs. Green said, peeking in. "You're early." Lily quickly closed the notebook. "Someone left this here," she said. Mrs. Green's smile faded. "Oh, that must have been from the supply room," she muttered, taking a step back. "Don't worry about it. I'll handle it later." But Lily noticed something strange. Mrs. Green didn't touch the notebook. She just turned away and left, pretending everything was fine. During the lesson that day, Lily couldn't stop thinking about the notebook. Every time she looked to her right, she thought she saw the faint shape of someone sitting there, a shadow that flickered and faded whenever she blinked. When Mrs. Green called Lily to read aloud, the pages of the notebook fluttered open by themselves. The words inside had changed. They now read, "Don't move my things," Lily gasped, knocking over her pencil case. The class laughed, but she didn't care. Her hands were trembling. She slammed the notebook shut and stuffed it into her backpack. That night, she brought it home. She couldn't sleep. The notebook sat on her desk under the dim yellow lamp. Maybe she had imagined it all. Maybe she was just tired. To prove it, she opened it again. The next page was blank, except for a faint gray fingerprint. Then, slowly, black letters began to appear as if being written by an invisible hand. "Why did you take me?" Lily dropped the notebook and backed away. The pages flipped rapidly, faster and faster, until they stopped on the first page again. Her name was gone. Now it said, "I'm back." The lights flickered, and the notebook slammed shut by itself. The next morning, the desk beside Lily's was empty again. But when Mrs. Green called roll, she paused halfway through the list. "Lily?" she said, frowning. "Didn't you used to sit next to—" She stopped. The air felt colder. On the empty desk was the notebook, open to a fresh page. And written in that same neat, looping handwriting were two new words. "Thank you." The end.